What's going on, guys? Kyle, Finance Bro here. The economy is finally reopening. As more people receive the vaccine than ever, we're now seeing more businesses begin to reopen. But how will this play out for some of the most affected companies during these crazy times? Especially everyone's favorite theater chain, AMC. In this video, we're going to be going over how I personally think the vaccine will help boost AMC's stock price, as well as allow them to reopen and maybe even have a possible turnaround in business overall. Now, before we get in this video, I just want to ask you guys to please hit the like and subscribe button. It helps the channel out immensely and remind you guys that we post new videos like this every single day. If you guys want 2 free stocks with WeBull, check out the affiliate link in the description below. When you sign up and deposit a certain amount of money, you guys get 2 free stocks. We get a free stock as a commission, and it's a great way to support the channel. We also have officially launched our brand new course program, Finance Bro Academy. We're currently offering 3 different courses, one on dividend investing, one on long-term investing, and one on day trading. If those sound interesting to you, check out the link in the description below and use code BRO at checkout for 20% off your purchase. Invest in yourself and enroll in Finance Bro Academy today. Also, want to remind you guys real quick that we are not financial advisors. None of this is financial advice. Please do your own research and due diligence before investing in any company. We are not financial advisors. Please talk to one before making any kind of investment. And other than that, guys, let's get right into this video. During the huge crash that we saw last March, we saw so many different companies take huge dips, and AMC took a little bit of its own. After being forced to close almost all of its locations, AMC's stock price reacted pretty negatively. AMC dropped from around $7 a share to about $2 during the crash, and weirdly enough, it actually started to slowly recover over time. Now, of course, I would be remiss in not mentioning the Wall Street bets phenomenon that we saw just this last January. This is where AMC soared from $4 a share all the way up to $19 a share. Keep in mind, at this time, there were no physical locations open for AMC. AMC wasn't really generating any revenue. This was a company that was essentially shut down almost completely, and they jumped to $19 a share, almost a 662% gain in less than 2 days. Absolutely wild times in the stock market, and especially for AMC. Now, unfortunately, before all of this, before Wall Street bets, before the crash, AMC was already on a pretty big downturn. If you look at the 5-year chart, unfortunately, AMC has been trending down for quite some time. So as I was looking at all of this, it begged a question in my head. What if AMC made a turnaround? And how would that look? What would happen? How could that happen? It's clear a lot of retail investors are very hyped up about the stock. They like the stock a lot and they want to see it succeed. So how could AMC possibly recover? How could we see a huge turnaround in stock price and overall business practices? Well, in this video, I'm going to go over that. In my mind, I see 2 factors affecting the turnaround on AMC. The first of these being the obvious Wall Street bets hype that we've been seeing over the last couple of weeks, as well as the last couple of months with everything going on in the stock market. It's obvious that Wall Street bets had a huge part in this stock price run up, as many retail investors flocked to this company because they loved it, they love the fundamentals, they love the technicals, and they just want to be invested in a company that they like. Now, the second factor that I think could really help AMC's stock price is the widespread vaccinations that we're currently seeing in the United States and, well, the world almost. As more people receive the vaccine, we're seeing more states warm up to the idea of reopening their economies. I think this could be absolutely huge for AMC. More theater locations being open means more revenue for the company. I also think there's something to be said too about AMC's general business model, and if they can actually innovate some of the current business practices they're implementing. Of course, many people love the movie theater experience, but I think there's certain things they can do to innovate and to keep the movie theater going experience fresh. Now, keeping all the economic and societal factors in mind, here's how I think this could play out. I think when 75 to 85% of the country is vaccinated, I think most states will be fully reopened. There might still be social distancing, there may still be mask mandates in certain states, but for the most part, businesses will be allowed to likely reopen and start generating cash flow again. Of course, AMC is the focus of this, and I think there's actually a huge strategic benefit to them being a theater chain. I'm sure many of you, probably most of you, have not seen a movie in an actual movie theater in probably a year now, and if they reopen, I think a lot of people can do that as kind of a gimmicky thing. It'll be something that people haven't done in so long, it'll bring back a lot of nostalgic memories, and it'll just be overall something that people want to go back and do. As far as people who love to go to the movies, there's a lot of passionate customers who are willing to pay a lot of money to go do it. So I don't think the customer base is really going to be an issue for AMC. Once all their theater locations are back open, the big thing will be figuring out what they're going to do as far as letting certain people in, how they're going to distance people within the theaters, and how much they're going to charge. We could possibly see spike in price of movie tickets or different type of amenities at movie theaters because, as we all know, everybody's struggling right now. There's a lot of businesses that are hemorrhaging for money, and it seems like the rational idea might be to raise prices. If AMC does raise prices on various things, that could cause some issues with consumers. Many people might not want want to pay a lot of money to go to a movie theater, watch a movie, or to buy the drinks and different type of food items that you can get there. So we'll have to see how that plays out. Now, the reason I'm talking about this, of course, obviously, is because if the business is doing well in person, then obviously the stock price may reflect that. I think that if AMC can really turn around its revenue streams and get its business practices up and running, I think we could possibly see a turnaround in stock price. And I mean, if you look at AMC's stock price already, it's actually on an upward trend. It's slowly working its way back into all-time high territory. I think this, coupled with the insane hype that we see from retail investors who want to be invested in AMC, as well as possible Wall Street Bets resurgence into this stock, well, who knows what will happen. All I know is from my own personal perspective, as everything starts to move and we see all of this pressure begin to build up, it feels like something big is going to happen. I'm not sure entirely what that is yet, and of course this is all speculation, so who knows. But I think AMC has huge benefits to gain if the vaccine becomes widespread and if they can reopen fully in the entire United States. I think as more locations are allowed to open, we're going to be able to see more revenue, we're going to see more consumers return to what they're passionate about, we're likely going to see renewed confidence in the stock from retail investors and Wall Street Bets. And if they can innovate and continue to keep the movie theater going experience fresh, I think they really have a possible stake in this market. I'm really looking forward to what ends up happening with everything going on in the nation right now, and I really think that if AMC can do all of this, in my opinion, I would be bullish on it. I'm looking forward to reading more positive news articles and seeing more growth potential with AMC. Hey guys, I actually wanted to do a quick overview on AMC's technicals just because I think there's something to be of note of. If we actually look at their one-day chart here on TradingView, looking at the RSI, it's about like, give or take like 34, 32. It's kind of fluctuating around in that area. It's pretty oversold right now. I mean, as you can see right here, it kind of fell off a cliff. The SMA kind of following closely along. If we actually take a look at the 3-month chart, really interesting because you can actually see, as we were talking about earlier, the whole Wall Street Bets movement that was going on. As you can see, absolute crazy amounts of buying movement going into the stock. As you can see, I mean, look at these spikes, right? You have one here, like reaching all-time highs of 19, goes down again, comes back up to about 16 of all-time highs. And then what's so strange to me, and this is what I was talking about a lot of, was how it began to slowly sell off as hype kind of started to die down. And now, for some reason, we're seeing a extreme change in overall consensus about the stock. Also, look at the volatility, right? Before the Wall Street Bets fiasco, you could say, there was not a lot of volatility. Look at these, spikes in price. There's really not much going on here, right? Very kind of just going along, not a lot of volume going on. All of a sudden, volume spikes, right? Volatile as it can be. And then it comes down again, more volatility, right? And now this trend line, so much more volatile because of all the volume that's fluctuating into the stock right now. And it's probably going to continue like this. But as you can see, what's even stranger is this upward trending line we're seeing, right? Why is that happening? Well, obviously there's a lot of hype behind the stock right now. But what's interesting is that, if you go to the year-to-date chart, right? Or even the 1 year, the 1 year chart, it was pretty up and down. The 5-year chart, even worse. I mean, this is pretty much it looks like a failing business. It looks like it's dying. So that's what I think is really interesting, is the fact that it seems like even, as the vaccine starts to roll out and more locations are opening and everything, it seems like AMC is really trying to push for a recovery here. So this is definitely something I'm going to keep a very close eye on. I hope you guys are keeping a close eye on it too. And let me know your guys' thoughts on the technicals below. Let me know in the comments below if you guys are holding AMC or if you made any money on it with all the crazy price action we've seen lately. Make sure to like the video, subscribe if you're new, check out the WeBull link if you guys want 2 free stocks with WeBull, check out our course link if you guys want to learn how we day trade, long-term invest, and build our own dividend portfolios in the stock market. Use code BRO for a 20% discount. And other than that, guys, that's all we have for you guys today. I'm Kyle, Finance Bro. Take it easy.